An interview with a young man who came up with the African Union flag design. Yadessa Bojias' creation has helped unite Africa and is currently being used by all 55 member states of the African Union. Born in Ethiopia and based in Seattle in the United States, Yadessa Boja spoke to CGTN's Girum Chala about what inspired his work.
Well, the first inspiration came from the charter that the African Union released, the goals and the dreams and what they think is going to happen. But then my artistic expression added to that, and basically the design evolved through my trials and get to what it is today.
When you designed this flag, and of course according to the selection results, this is supposed to unite Africa as under the African Union. Do you see a united continent at the moment?
I see more united continent before the OAU. Now African Union pretty much, we're right now in the presence of this great assembly, and you see people mingling around and talk about African issues decided by African leaders. And I think that accomplished itself. And then if you really go back and see the past 10 years, there's the Agenda 2063 that they passed, the passport of African countries so they can freely move around. And there is an economical cooperation that actually achieved. So when I see the past 10 years in the scope of the flag, I say that's accomplished the dream, and we can always add on it, and so I'm very positive.
Yadessa, this year they have chosen the theme refugees, returnees and internally displaced persons. As an Ethiopian-born American, a migrant yourself, what do you think Africa should do to solve the problem of refugees, returnees, and perhaps internally displaced persons?
Well, that's a very good question, because actually we have to deal with the people who are already displaced and find a way to make them back home. But to begin with, we have to look into what the cause of the displacement. And mostly this has happened because of the war and internal conflict, the political instability, and then lack of democracy, which makes people to move from their native land to another place to get peace and to get opportunities. So if Africans are really wanted to change this, the first step in my mind is to make sure that Africa is conflict-free and have opportunities and jobs for the young ones. That can be accomplished. There are examples in Africa that people can look into. Even this country, for example, there is a whole lot of different things. The economy is growing, and the world people are coming back, and that opens a job for the young ones. And then when people have enough food, enough work, they tend not to go through conflicts a lot. So for me, the immediate solution is to help those who are displaced already. But the second main thing, is to make sure that there is a stable Africa in which people can live and prosper.